What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between these road warriors and our home team. We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. He gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And his first pass falls incomplete.
As you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, but he put it out of bounds instead.
Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Completed to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down the completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They'll send out the punting unit. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Fields this at the 19. When he can't evade the coverage team for much, they stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
At their own 22-yard line.
Hold ready.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
This plays a design run. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13.
18, pioneer. Let's go now. Let's go.
Dropping back to throw. It's made by Bucky Irving. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, his back's got him deep down the left sideline. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Design quarterback run here. And he's down to almost, actually going to give him the 30 here. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. Design run. That 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Bails out of the pocket quick. Touchdown. These guys have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Team 7, visitors nothing.
Gano ready to send this away. Fields this one at the 3. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over. First down and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
We'll go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Miller. There he goes, right sideline. And that is a touchdown. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game.
Kate, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
That one right down the middle. And his guys tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is brought in at the 15. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Line up the design keeper. And they shove him out before he can get upfield. 3rd down coming up.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal.
19. Cougar 19. Ready.
And he's got his man. Touchdown. These guys have taken the first quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Makes the
So well there in the huddle, partner. We've arrived at the end of our first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Ready to send this away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead. And we're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the second quarter started. They have 1st and 10. First down, play action. Short pass, caught by his tight end. He's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the gun, and give to Miller. Hop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Third down from the gun. Chased out to his right. He's making a bid for it. And he's brought down after a short gain. Rookie out of Washington making that tackle.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. And that one is incomplete. There's a flag down, though. If someone was across that line, this could end in a first down after all. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. They got him to bite and jump off sides. It's a rare thing to see that actually work, and it gives them this 1st and 10. It's his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves, and you've got to be ready for that check down at all times.
Has him on a quick hitter. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That's a gain of 12 on that one. And they're going to have a first down now. New set of downs for him. The Sharks at the 38. Here's Tannehill. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down. So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throw here, 3rd down. Hauled in left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
And he gets in, touchdown! And if you like scoring, well, no doubt this dude's been one of your favorite quarterbacks to watch this season. And his rushing touchdown, number 10 on the year, he's really had a running back's nose for the end zone every time he's taken the field. That one splits the uprights. And these guys drive their lead to 11. Returnable from the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense to the line. Here we go. Here's the handoff. And he managed 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 4 yards as we have hit our 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6 awaits on the other side, and we've reached our 2-minute warning. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Tannehill looking to throw. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that means first down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
There were just so many defenders in pursuit right there, headed downhill to stop that quarterback from running it. They were really right there in the vicinity to cut off that throw and that pass before it could get started.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught by Miller. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is job well done. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd. That one's complete over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Throwing here. Tannehill. He's got it at the 6. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. He's going to throw it again. Forced out to his right. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Visitors 17.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Starting from the 5. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Starting this drive with a design run. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
This time looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Intended for number 19. Incomplete. It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Dragons, 18, Rattler. Here we go. Here we go. Warriors, 7, 19, Lions.
They'll air it out on third. Short pass brought in. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
First down from the 42.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw. Going all the way to the end zone here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Finds his back complete. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Design quarterback run here. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it in addition to slinging it all over the field.
He finds it right side. And in he goes for the touchdown. These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And his guys drive their lead to 11. Gano ready to send this away. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. We put a receiver in motion left. Here's Tannehill to throw. Finds Miller complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
6-yard gain on the play. And that gives him the first.
It's a gain of 6.
Now Tannehill. Jump off caught by his back. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging onto that, but only a small gain on that play.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
He fires one deep down the right sideline. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and...
He makes it in for the touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. Oh, baby, he got loose, and after a few steps, there was nothing they could do to stop him. That, Brock, is the definition of a home run play.
You know, and when you go to draft, sign, or trade for a skill guy, you want him to have that kind of threat, that kind of breakaway speed. You don't always have to be a 4-3 guy on the track. You just have to be a guy that once you get in that open field, there is nobody, and I mean nobody in the building that was going to catch him.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. Handoff here for Miller. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. Brings up 2nd and 2. Offense in a hurry up here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Miller. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They go play action on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on. Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt to pick it up anyway if we wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion.
Ooh, the rush just too much here. Down he goes. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And they could really use a good one here. Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Drag him 60. Stephanie. Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Flush out now to his left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
60. Trap 60. Buffalo 8-2. 70 Timberwolves.
To the air on 3rd and long. Left side, that's there. Caught! And he will take this down to the opposing 35-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, course, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Throwing from the gun here. Looking right, and he finds it. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
That's completed out to the right. He is into the end zone for the touchdown. These guys put up even more points in a win. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The nose point after is good. And these guys continue piling on to this lead.
Team 42, visitors 17.
Goodnow ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
Their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Tannehill. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Straight ahead, here's Miller. Through the second level at the 40. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. It's 16 yards on that play. That'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
19, Tiger, 19.
Tannehill now to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
15 more yards. That's another.
First down, play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
To throw, here's Tannehill. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
And that one's gone. Zach, a little more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth.
17.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go now. Time to start this drive. First and 10. Back to work they go after the interception. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Buying some time right. Connects on the crosser. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They've got first down here from the 36.
Another first down.
Tannehill looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
It's so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. I try to monitor where these running backs are. Chipping, are they delaying their route? It's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Shotgun now on third down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. That one's complete, right side. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face. Just like that.
And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of him.
And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Here's a design run. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on second down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Throw here, 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The lead looks safe, but the Pedals staying down. They're going for this.
19, Tiger, 19.
They're going to try to throw for it. Headed out right. Oh, he's going to run for it. Finally caught, and he lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Drawing up the design keeper. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
Well, you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
And it's incomplete. Kept the pedal down, though, the whole way, still taking shots until the very last play. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found.
When I step up in the place, check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Bust the rhymes up in the place. True indeed. Yes, I got the record, that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some mad charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to baby, fight Q-tip, Ali Shaheed. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed off dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just read. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the mobile dance, my duty, pepper seed. When I step up in the place, then yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check. How dare you ever try to step on my suede shoes? Top gun shut down your firm like Tom Cruise. Please let me get down and blow a fuse. Acting fool, break it way down to molecules. Yo, let me hit you with my ill street blues. Bust the rhymes, always headlines, the street news. Hey, baby girl, don't be confused. Sail by 7 seats and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby, you know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, how you get. Now I got you on super unleaded fuels. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. But I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. But I got you all in check.
You're now rocking with the best. Busta Rhymes coming through from the Flipmode Squad. Boy Scouts who I be, straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome, bringing all you rockers to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be, Flipmode is the squid on. Busta Rhymes break it down like this.
Yo, which, throw my flow. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Throw them type right out my window. Blast you with a direct blow. Coming through like G.I. Joe. Star Wars moving ill like Han Solo. Make you bounce around like this was Calypso. Always shine cause I got the high pro glow. You think that you can hide, you think you can lay low. Roll up on your eye like Hawaii 5-0. Mac out with my dreads in my Kango. Forget them, just pass the. Yo, take a trip down to Mexico. Come back with that might make you psycho. Maximum frequencies through your stereo. Sorry, this is it, but homeboy, I got to go. I step up in the place and yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I
some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills. And I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keep scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been cooking with the sauce. Chef Curry with the boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. Hey, who the is, boy? OVO, man, we really with boy. Yeah, really with the. I should probably sign a hit, boy, cause I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, working on the phones. Either that or try the money mark to make the pickups. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to paint the picture. Comeback season in the works and now I'm thinking bigger. I got in the studio every night, late night. Gotta watch it, don't wanna make them sicker. That's my oh Lord, got a whole lot to show for it. I mean, we could really get it, we could go for it. I'm just here for the Bucks and the Billies. Don't make me one of the ghosts for it. I run it, they like go for us, run for us, run for us, go for us. Yeah, I mean you already wrote for us. Damn, what's one more quote for us? Oh Lord, who else sounded like this? They ain't made me what I am, they just found me like this. I was ready, I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house to get me. He ain't show. Valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. Yeah. The other night, Lavishly told me that I'm all these people listen to. She said they love me unconditional. Imagine how I feel to watch another at the top. You know that if you wasn't you, you would be dissing you, dog. Damn. Okay, from that perspective, I see what you talking about. No way to soften that. Cause me, I was trying to find out where I lost them at, but maybe I ain't lose them at all. Maybe I keep moving forward and they're just stagnant, they ain't moving at all. But when they need a favor, who do they call? Maybe I'm searching for the problems, asking what was said and who was involved. Too focused on people's feedback and proving them wrong. They say the shoe can always fit no matter who for this song. These days feel like I'm squeezing in them. Whoever won before just wasn't thinking big enough, I'm about to leave them with them. Cause if I run the game in these, man, the seams are splitting. No pun intended, but they smelling defeat in the air. Headed where nobody took it, who meeted me there? They tell him that he talking crazy, but he doesn't care. Being humble don't work as well as being aware. Listen up, boy, you better off eavesdropping. We already got spring 2015 popping. P&D dropping, reps up P dropping, Magic Jordan dropping, Obi dropping, not to mention me dropping. Feel like we paid the refs off, man, we fixed the game. Me and Noel been at it before Twitter names. Yeah, been on the move like the lease is up. And I can't even name one person that's keeping up. Damn, how it was in the past tense. Ask yourself, how do we match up now? Cause I'm only 27 and I'm only getting better. If I haven't passed you yet, watch me catch up now, for real.